Hello, and welcome to the Friday Intention. It was a beautiful day out here today. Just enjoying the beginning of the fall, leaves changing, the temperature getting more brisk. Bringing the harvest in. It's a very beautiful time of year. And today we're going to be in touch with our truth and speak our truth, the throat chakra today. So we're going to do an inwards journey for about half an hour. If you could sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be really great. Going to create some reality together. Excuse me. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. So take the breath of life in. And when you release it, I want you to just feel like you're letting everything go. All your cares and worries just dissolve and float away. And just release. And for the next breath, I'd like you to fill up full. Big breath in, starting with your lower belly. And continuing on with the upper abdomen, expanding the lower rib cage out to the back, taking a full breath in. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, we're going to focus on breathing light directly into our heart and then exhaling light directly from our heart. Good. And now we're going to focus on the body, make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are amazing gifts, the most loyal servants we could have who only want to do our bidding. Sometimes we just need to ask. And if you could feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. Then we focus on the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees, and we feel everything relax. Every body part that we touch upon, pass by, feel it revert back to its original, perfect blueprint, its perfect energetic DNA blueprint. So all inflammation, any pain disappears. Everything restores back to its initial perfection. And we move into the upper legs, the buttocks, the hips, the pelvic area. And we feel everything loosen into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Your shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands and fingers hanging loosely. Your neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we bring our attention up to the top of our scalp, skin of our scalp. Sometimes tension hides up there. Just release anything you're feeling up there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. And then we move into the jaw, and we allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. And then we feel all of our facial muscles melt into a perfect pool of relaxation. And we can see if we can get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. And then we move inwards and we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. Now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a seat on the couch right now and just chillax for a bit. Excuse me. While we let the heart steer the bus for this session, we want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for now. Take a break. And now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elements right now to help us deal with our thoughts. We'll start with the element of fire. It's beautiful at its job, burning up anything that we no longer need, purifying us and allowing us to be reborn of the ashes. And you can see the sun as you like as an element of fire today. And then we call upon the element of water, also incredibly well designed to help us with this, as water naturally retains memory. So maybe envision yourself standing in the midst of a gentle river. And you're feeling the pull of the current separating and drawing away from you any negative energies or patterns, any old traumas, anything that you need to release. And observing, watching as it flows down the river. And we ask the element of air to come in, and the wind or the breeze against our skin. Again, the current pulling away anything that is blocking us. The wind is particularly good at cleaning up and taking away our stories, our egos. Just leaving nothing but the shining truth behind. And finally, we call in the element of earth with its magnetic properties to pull out and bind to it any heavy burdens that we're still carrying that we'd like to release. Trusting that the earth will transform this energy. Eventually, it will become something akin to a seed, producing new life. And sometimes we get carried away on wild rides with these thoughts. They snag us up. So this is normal. This happens all the time to us all. As soon as you realize it, that you've been carried away on a tangent somewhere, just gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what you're doing, to your breath. And sometimes it's simply just a matter of continually bringing yourself back. Eventually, we won't get taken away as easily anymore, and we'll be able to stay in the present moment, in the peace of it more often. Now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where our heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. Feel the buoyancy, the lightness as you're gliding down the staircase. When you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it, or maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. But what I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a bit. And brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are as well. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in our perception right now from our typical physical awareness to our energetic body or our light body. I'd like you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're floating there, kind of existing like a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? Then you look up and see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with that flow right now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you may experience when joining in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point, on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe. And they are also you. We're all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all part of the same pie. Slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this Nexus is a place of unimaginable power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healings, of miracles, and incredible capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of right now. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention, because we can. So right now, I'd like you to go ahead and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body is balanced, your mental body is full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies, and anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. I'm feeling very light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and your family. Witness their expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then continue to expand it to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. Total, vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending the energy out. And now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead, lift humanity up out of survival mode right now and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's a little left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us, we're seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. And not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we also each have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into our conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? I want you to see this as it has already happened. It is done. So say we all. I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together. Inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's celebrate this incredible existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. I'm seeing us all at a large outdoor music festival, rejoicing, celebrating together. Love being transmitted and received. All the relationships healing. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's marvelous. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something incredible happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment, this all falls away. We naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the worry, tension, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders to transform in the atmosphere above us into the higher resonance frequencies that are more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. Sensing all the connections, cleansing, clearing, opening up, communication flowing. It's such a beautiful atmosphere to exist in. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a picnic with your family, marveling at their shining faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, you're out for a walk with your dog in the forest, enjoying the serenity, having a laugh with your friends, you're creating something in the kitchen or at work, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to just stop in your shoes right now and look at all the beauty around you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. And just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times. And receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. And now I'd like to connect with just a little bit of gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this incredible life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and healing and love and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to take this entire reality that you've just created and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball. Make it crackle with light. And then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt. The fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And then we're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that energy. And when we exhale, we're going to release and share it with the world. Here we go. Exhale completely. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and love and healing energy. Good job. I can feel those concentric rings of energy just circling the globe, causing any other energies with the same frequency to just light up in response, creating a sum much bigger than its parts, blanketing the whole world in this reality of peace and prosperity and love. And now we're going to wiggle our fingers and toes, come back into our bodies proper. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit too. When you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling. Know that you can come back to this state of being at any time of your choosing with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can bring it up on demand on a moment's notice. Eventually, we won't even have to put any effort into it anymore. We just become walking, talking, natural transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way. exponentially by magnitude. So thank you so much for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded. It all works. It's all good. So have fun with this, play with this. If you've done this a few times and you have a pretty good grip of your whole reality you want to create, then try to do it in the single breath. You know, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're in line at the grocery store, when you're cooking supper, just before you go to sleep. As often as you can. And then just notice over the next week or two, what kind of shifts are happening in your life. You will see change. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again tomorrow for the next intention.